Welcome to BattleBots at Home, where parts fly and robots die. Tonight we have an especially gruesome fight card filled with bots getting their second fights, hoping to go 2-0, 1-1, or just avoid going 0-2. Let's take a look. As you can see, tonight's fight card is stacked with some of the most incredible and dangerous bots you'll ever see. One fight you definitely won't want to miss involves the big spinner of Magnitude going up against the even bigger spinner of Bad Idea. Control bots such as 87 and Mac and Cheese will hoping to take down their much tougher opponents. But everything leads up to our main event, a spectacular matchup as the new flipper on the block, Hydration, takes on the Voodoo vertical spinner of Witch Doctor. Both these bots are 1-0 after some incredible wins, but only one can go 2-0. But we're going to kick things off with a bang as we have the 1-0 third place finisher from last year, Bronco, coming off a good win against Snake. They'll be going up against the circular saw robot of The Best, who had a good fight but unfortunately couldn't take the victory. Let's see who will win this matchup. Three, two, one. Let the bot battle begin. Bronco already on the attack, getting a good flip on The Best already. The Best in a lot of trouble. They're getting flung through the air right now. And now they're getting hit with a hammer. They hit the camera. The camera's tilted now. Thanks a lot for that. The Best trying to use that grinding disc to do some damage to the top of Bronco. They're very wide and get to the sides easily. Oh, the wedge comes off of Bronco, but they're not the ones who should be worrying about that. The Best stuck on the arena wall. Oh, good flip there by Bronco. Nearly got him out of the arena there. Just trying to do some of that grinding disc, but just backhands on Bronco. They say that is nothing. They just don't care. They are not scared of The Best in any way. Bronco wants to show who's the best bot in the arena right now. Oh, tosses The Best once again. They're right near our other camera. Please don't hit that. You can see from this camera. Oh, the wheels of The Best have fallen off once again. This is what happened in their last match against Emergency. And this fight's basically over. Like, The Best can't move, but Bronco doesn't care. They're gonna flip this dead robot. There's no reason for you to do that. You kind of just leave it alone, but they don't care. They want to show they're the baddest flipper in the game. The Best, not sure what they're gonna do. They're on the arena wall. There we go. Fight's over. We're done. Okay, in hindsight, this may have been a little bit of a mismatch. Bronco just showing the brutality of that flipper, just tossing The Best all around the box like a rag doll. The Best tried to use their weapon a few times, but it was completely futile. Their wheels fell off, and after that, they were just a toy for Bronco to play with. I lost count of how many flips they got on that poor bot. The Best pretty much never really stood a chance. They go 0-2, and Bronco goes 2-0 by getting another bot out of the arena. For our next match, we have a battle between 0-1 bots ready for a second chance. First up, we have Trash, a scrappy vertical spinner that went up against Bad Idea and just got torn to shreds. For their opponent, they'll be facing the pasta-themed suplex bot known as Mac and Cheese, who fought in the very first fight of the season, but unfortunately got hacked to pieces by Sawblaze. Both these bots have a lot to gain and a lot to lose. Let's see who will win this next match. Let's head down to the box. Three, two, one. Let the bot battle begin. The vertical spinner trying to get a good hit on Mac and Cheese. Oh, Mac and Cheese lifting Trash up into the air, using that grabber very effectively. Trash wants to avoid that, but it's happening again. Oh, right in the sky. Mac and Cheese has complete control of Trash, putting him on the sidewall. Maybe trying to get him out of the arena or something. Trash needs to avoid that grabber. They've already been grabbed twice now. And now he grabbed the third time, getting lifted up by Mac and Cheese, lifting up an entire other robot. That grappler is powerful. Getting another good grab on Trash, putting him into the screws. And just like that, Trash is stuck.
9,
Their blade is
8,
stuck into screws.
7,
They're trying to use the self-right mechanism to get out, but it's not working. And Mac and Cheese has just gotten an expert win. They will improve to 1-1. Honestly, Mac and Cheese does not seem like the same bot that lost to Sawblades back in episode 1. They were just perfect. They grabbed trash every chance they got, lifted them up, had complete control of them throughout most, if not all, of the match. Trash never got a chance to use their weapon. Mac and Cheese was just completely controlling every aspect of this match from beginning to end, and they ended it in the most perfect way possible. They got Trash stuck on the screws. They were stuck there. They weren't getting away. And that's how Mac and Cheese won this fight. I think now's a good time to take a look at one of the bots that'll be in tonight's main event. It's the rookie flipper bot, Hydration. For our next match, we have two very different bots with very different records. First up, we have the unique vertical spinner on a lifting arm known as Whiplash. They're currently 1-0 after using their amazing weapon to take out Caution in the first episode of the season. They'll be going up against Sword and Shield, who unfortunately got battered by Beta in their first fight. They're hoping to bounce back against Whiplash this time around. With all that out of the way, let's head down to the box. Three, two, one. Let the bot battle begin. Whiplash immediately backing Sword and Shield into the corner, and Sword and Shield has yet to do pretty much of anything. Whiplash is not giving them any room to breathe, just pushing them all over the place, doing damage with that spinner, getting control points of that lifter, and Sword and Shield, they aren't fighting back. Well, there goes the Shield. I guess it's just Sword now, where he removed one of the weapons, and Sword and Shield, they're not moving. I think this might be a repeat of their fight with Beta. They haven't done anything, and the bot just isn't moving. I don't know if they're stuck or something's wrong electronically, but I think the robot's down for the count again, and honestly, Whiplash leaves them alone. They can win this thing, but that's not good enough for them. Just backhanding with that spinner. Ooh, launches the Shield completely out of the arena over the top wall, and that's gonna be it for Sword and Shield. What a disappointing fight once again. Whiplash will improve to 2-0. Honestly, we barely saw Sword and Shield even move before Whiplash immediately took control of everything, immediately put him into that corner, and once they got into that corner, they were never going to leave. Whiplash just all over them all the time. They never gave him a chance to fight back, using that spinner and that lifter to just dictate the entire match, which once again took place in that corner. They ripped off the Shield. They even tossed it all the way out of the box. That's some serious height. They backhanded them, and that was it for the fight. The two bots that will be in our next fight actually have a lot in common. First up, we have Magnitude, a destructive vertical spinner who's 1-0 after tearing their opponent to pieces and tossing their corpse out of the arena. They'll be fighting Bad Idea, a destructive vertical spinner who's also 1-0 after tearing their opponent to pieces and tossing their corpse out of the arena. Yeah, these bots have a lot in common, as you can see. With how destructive both these vertical spinners are, it's highly unlikely this will go to the judges. With all that out of the way, let's head down to the box to see who will go 2-0. Three, two, one. Let the bot battle begin. Get rid of some big hits. Oh, just like that one. Bad idea capitalizing, hitting Magnitude from the bottom, and throwing them near the screws, and already just a brutal fight. What else would you expect from these two massive vertical spinners? Although obviously Bad Idea has a much bigger blade. The two weapons connect head to head. Bad Idea thrown backwards with a self-right. They have self-right mechanism, so that's good. Magnitude thrown on its face once again. Luckily, their spinner has enough torque to self-right them without a self-right mechanism. And these two spinners are ready to collide with each other as long as it takes until one of them breaks, which could be soon depending on how hard they hit. Bad Idea just connects with Magnitude once again, falling over. I guess Magnitude has a better center of gravity. Both these bots are still in one piece, relatively speaking, so that's cool. Thrown its back once again goes Bad Idea, toss across the arena, and these two spinners they will not give up. They want these robots knocked out. They both want to go 2-0. These are two very destructive vertical spinners, and only one can get the victory. We're a little under 2 minutes left in this fight, and there's still a lot more to go. Bad Idea, falls on his face once again. They're a little bit top heavy. Makes sense of how big that blade is. The Magnitude is not giving up. They may have the smaller blade, but they think they can use it better. Bad Idea self-rights once again. Just trying to spin that blade up to speed. Oh no! The entire weapon assembly has just thrown itself out of the arena. I don't know how that happened. I think something went loose. But this fight is Magnitude's a win now. Bad Idea has lost their weapon. I don't know what else they can do. There's a piece. And I think that's it for the bot. They're being counted out. And it would seem just like that. Magnitude has proven itself to be the deadliest vertical spinner in the game. As we expected early on, these two spinners connected head to head, trying to tear each other to pieces. Some massive hits from these two big blades. Bad Idea getting the worst of it sometimes, but then coming back against Magnitude. Unfortunately, at this point, their weapon just destroyed itself. It just self-destructed. And at that point, Magnitude was the only one left of a weapon. There's nothing else to do. And Bad Idea was just a sitting duck. Magnitude showing why it might be the best vertical spinner in the competition. With how close we're getting to our main event, it only seems fair that we show off the second bot that will be in that fight. It's the Voodoo Princess, Witch Doctor. In our next matchup, we have a good fight going for you guys. We have the Crusher of 87, who's 1-0 after getting a good win over fall damage. They'll be facing off against Barnacles, a modular robot who also got a good win against Glass in their first match. They have different weapons, and instead of using their cage spinner like they did last time, they'll be using a vertical egg beater to do as much damage as possible to the Crusher of 87. With all that out of the way, let's head down to the box to see who will go 2-0. Three, two, one. Let the bot battle begin. Barnacles. They turned their side to 87. That was a mistake. And already 87 has disabled half their drive. They torn off a track. I knew that would be a vulnerable spot going into this, but they've already exploited it. And now Barnacles only has one track. If they lose that, they'll be done. They aren't going to be able to drive this, so they're trying to point that spinner towards 87 as best as they can to avoid any further damage. And 87 is getting another bite on that track. They want to rip it off. Just trying to go weapon to weapon. I don't know if that'd be a good idea. Or maybe it is. 87 biting right through that weapon, stopping momentarily, and ripping the entire beater bar off. They're literally tearing Barnacles apart piece by piece. They've lost half their drive. They've lost their weapon. They've lost their side panels. and this just adds with brutality by 87. They torn off the other track, and that's going to be it. There's no more tracks. There's nothing left to do. The bot can't move, and that's going to be it. 87 has shown how dangerous a Crusher can be. In hindsight, maybe Barnacles didn't choose the right configuration for this fight. Just 87 was just a perfect control bot, but they did a lot of damage. They ripped off the treads of Barnacles, they disabled the weapon, they tore off the side. They just did so much damage to the spinner bot. There wasn't much they could do. 87 was just perfect from beginning to end. Just did whatever they wanted. Barnacles never got a chance to do much of anything. They lost their tracks, the bot couldn't move, and just like that, 87 goes 2-0. For our next fight, we have the hammer bot of Chompy going up against the vertical spinner of Jerry. Both these bots are 0-1 and can't afford to go 0-2. We're not going to waste any more time, however. Let's head down to the box. Three, two, one. Let the bot battle begin. The two robots meet head-to-head. Chompy fires that hammer. They're stuck on their side now. There seems to be one big weakness. The hammer's so big, every time they fire, they get stuck on their side. They're just so unbalanced. Jerry taking full advantage of this weakness, shoving Chompy into the screw, laying in and out of that vertical spinner, and Chompy needs to self-right right now. Oh, but it seems like they're stuck in the screws, and this is just target practice for Jerry now. They're just hitting them, getting some free shots in with that vertical spinner. Chompy getting hit by him from behind, that's not good. And Jerry just can do whatever they want right now. If Chompy can't get out soon, a countout may start. Oh wait, it seems like they've succeeded, they're back in the game. Chompy fires that hammer once again into Jerry. Jerry doesn't really appreciate it. Getting some hits in. Oh, they did some damage to one of the arms of the hammer. Jerry spinning that blade up once again. And oh, the entire hammer has been ripped off. And that's probably going to be it. Without that hammer, Chompy cannot self-right. They're just a sitting duck. And they're getting hit again. Oh, and Jerry just fell over. But the count has already ended for Chompy. Okay, so just so we're 100% clear here, even though Jerry's wheels fell off and they were incapacitated, we have confirmation that Chompy was in fact counted out first, meaning Jerry won this fight, albeit barely. They really took advantage of Chompy's bad center of gravity. They hit him, they destroyed the hammer, they couldn't self-right after that. And even though Jerry fell afterwards, Chompy was the first to lose consciousness. It wasn't pretty, but Jerry gets the win and improves to 1-1. Here we are, 6 amazing fights down, 1 incredible fight left to go. It's our main event between Witch Doctor and Hydration. On one side of this matchup, let's talk about Hydration. Hydration is a brand new robot competing this season. They didn't fight last year, they only had 1 exhibition fight against Smasher, but boy were they entertaining. Against Heartbreak, they struggled at first initially, but eventually they only needed 2 flips to get their opponent out of the arena. The bot has only fought twice, but if it works, it may just be the best flipper in the entire competition, and Witch Doctor will want to look out for that. Now, it's not to say Witch Doctor isn't a scary bot in their own right. In fact, the reason they're here is because they won the first main event of the season against a deadly Tombstone in a good back and forth fight. Team Witch Doctor knows how important this second win would be and would boost their chances of getting the top 32, which is why they actually have a plan to take on Hydration specifically. For this fight, they've decided they're going to remove the front wedge in order to give the vertical spinner as much reach as possible. That way, they don't have to worry about winning the ground game against Hydration, and instead can just focus on getting in their face and ripping off as many pieces as they can. Now, obviously, it is a big gamble, as Witch Doctor, they may ride up the front of Hydration to get flipped immediately, but they prepare for this too. They've made sure that their self-right mechanism is in order, and that no matter how many times they get flipped, they'll always get back up and be ready for a counterattack. It's time to find out who will come out on top, the rookie flipper of Hydration or the veteran vertical spinner of Witch Doctor. Let's head down to the box. 3, 2, 1. Let the bot main event begin. Heroes me head-to-head already. Witch Doctor flip. And oh no, they've lost their ribcage, which means they've lost the self-right mechanism. And already this fight is heavily in favor of hydration. They just need one good flip to get them on their back, and they'll win this fight. Witch Doctor trying to fight back, but they're just tumbling all around, getting put on the screws. And I don't think they're getting down from there. They're really in a pickle right now. They're stuck. And a countdown has started. And just like that, this main event will already be over in less than 30 seconds. The rookie Flirbot has taken down the Voodoo Princess. There goes the Witch. Hydration goes 2-0. A little showboating from Hydration, but you know what? They deserve it. Hydration put on a perfect fight. Witch Doctor's plan immediately fell through when the ribcage broke off. They couldn't self-right. At that point, they were at Hydration's mercy. Hydration just never let up. They never gave him a chance to fight back. Witch Doctor just thrown everywhere, got thrown into the screws, and this is where the end game happened. Witch Doctor just stuck on the screws, nothing they can do. Hydration got him perfectly lodged right in there. There is no way they're going to get out of that predicament, and just like that, the fight is over. With that spectacular main event matchup done, it seems we reached the end of tonight's episode. Just to recap, Bronco flipped the best all over the place. Trask got suplexed by Mac and Cheese. Short and Shield got a bad case of whiplash. Bad Idea self-destructed against Magnitude. 87 killed Barnacles. Chompy got chomped by Jerry. And in our main event, Witch Doctor took some flying lessons courtesy of Hydration. We hope you enjoyed the show. See you next time.